Do plant medicines allow us to see the dimensions where the entities are? I think yes, absolutely. And also, yes, a lot of these are just people seeing the insides of their brains, that you poke things with a certain psychoactive and certain things tend to happen in humans. I think part of this is certainly a rationalist materialist answer, but not all of them. And it's not only that this belief and goes far back into human history and that there are modern people who deal with these plant medicines who do believe this stuff. You can completely leave the plant medicines out of it and still have all of this evidence for entities like the Catholic demonology literature or the modern entity literature with guys like Whiteley Strieber and Communion. You can have John Keel's reporting about this stuff. There is so much leading us to this belief in entities, and the plant medicines are just a way for many of us to get there in a more easy way. And I haven't had any experiences like this myself, really. But a lot of people have, and things happen that are very hard to explain in any kind of rationalist materialist way. And if you want to read a great thinker on that, David Luke out of the University of Greenwich publishes on this from a scientific, skeptical perspective. Obviously, I think he believes this stuff is real and what's happening, but he's trying to present the evidence in the least dogmatic, most cautious way he can to help convince people who might be on the fence about it. And a lot of people are just going to close their mind, and I always get annoying comments in the threads about this. But you know what? I think you're intellectual cowards if you just won't read any of the books that I suggest. If you refuse to ever read anything about this and just keep saying it's not true, fine, be a coward, but don't clutter up my comments. So I do think that these plant medicines are a way to access these entities. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or something useful. I personally try to stay away from entities. Ever since I started reading more about the fairies in my fairy encyclopedia and things like that, and the history of the folklore, I don't want anything to do with entities particularly. Like, I will be polite if something comes along, but it's not something I'm looking to explore. I think the answers to what we are here to do are pretty clear. The thing about kindness and love and all of that. So I'm not looking to these entities for answers. I'm not looking for superpowers or harems or whatever these things that are around it. I think I'm here to do the best I can, and plant medicines help me to realize how to be a better person. And the entities is just something for me to intellectually grapple with and try to figure out, but it's also kind of comforting because there are no answers. People spend their entire decades of their lives studying this stuff. They never come up with answers. And as a scientist, that's also pretty fun.